The Holy Spirit proceed from the Father and the Son. It is necessary to treat this question with one of time because it was the object of conflicts which culminated in the separation of the Church of the Christ in 2 years. The year millet 54. The Orthodox who says that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father, eventually the Father by the Son, and the Catholic Church around the apostolic seat that says the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son, and this is not a question. Accessories it will have huge consequences because when we know the Trinity, that is the origin of the world, obviously we understand why the world works in terms of love alliance. Here I said the first thing that must be understood in the eternal person of God knows that he knows himself, and this knowledge leads to his eternal word. In other words, the Son, he is there, he is a person identical to him, since it is the perfect knowledge that the Father himself remains to know. Now the Father loves the Son, and they answer obviously and yes, and it is another way to go to the Son. The knowledge, it is rather a look on oneself that produces a concept. In other words, to the verve love is a projection of oneself towards the other. He is our good, one thinks only of him, one lives only for him, one loves him, and therefore obviously that the love in God which is so infinite is a spurt, one says a spiral, to say well as a breath that springs from God proceeds from the Father. Only the Son is a person, since it is said time identical to the Father, he to the divine essence. All is what can be said that he loves his Father from whom he proceeds. The answer is yes, of course he only lives by him, he is only because the Father knows himself and he recognizes it unceasingly. I hold everything of you, all that the Father told me I tell you. What the Father said to him is his very being, he is the knowledge that the Father has of himself. So there is an infinite love that springs from the Son to the Father. That love is identical to the essence of God, so that when we look at things we have two loves that intersect each other infinitely to form, since it is the very essence of the infinite of God, a person, one person who is called the Holy Spirit, and therefore the reciprocal love of the other two people as an alliance, and so he proceeds well from Father and Son. It does not come from the Father by the tax, although it would be true since the Son comes from the Father, so we could say that, but in reality when they are equal to each other and the two sem infinitely and reciprocally, it proceeds of the Father and the Son. It is something fantastic. It is there that one sees that in the human couple, where yet there is a different nature between the man and the woman, but a total equality of rights, the love proceeds d2, and if there is allianz, it is necessary that the two x give their consent. If the husband gives his consent and the woman is just submissive, that she has only to submit, there is no marriage, and well, it is in the image of what happens in God. Their love reciprocal is called the Holy Spirit.